I'm Jazzy, and I am beyond inspired by Rahja's story here, so I'm so glad that he is letting me pick his brain today. His story does hit home a little bit. My brother is actually in prison right now. He just made parole, so he'll be out next year, and so by the time he's out, it will also be 12 years. So I'm not gonna lie, when you commented back on the video and you told me to send you the questions, I was like, I wonder if he'll just let me interview him. So I'm super excited that you said yes. All right, you guys, so I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then I'm going to get started picking his brain. Y'all tune in. Thank y'all for being here.
How you doing? My name is Rahja, like the tiger. I'm just turned 30 years old. I'm born and raised in Arizona. Not to give y'all too much because I'm going to let her lead with the questions, but I caught a case when I was 16 years old. I ended up getting charged with an unaliving, even though I didn't personally unalive anybody. But because I played a major part in the crime, they charged me like I did. And they ended up giving me 12 years in prison, 12 years straight. I was down from 17 to 29. And I've been out since February. So it's today the 17th. So tomorrow will be 6 months exactly that I've been out of prison. Tomorrow will be 6 months.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And that's my introduction so far.
All righty, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the questions. Thank you again for your time, and I'm sorry about the beginning.
You don't have to apologize. Like, we learning it together. I appreciate you being inspired and wanting to interview me, allow me to share my story.
All right, cool. All right, so right before you, when you figured out your release date or whatever, was freedom scary to you, like the thought of it?
No. So my first day on the yard, so those of you that don't know, I was in county first, and then once you are in county, once you get sentenced, then you go to prison. So I did like a year and a half in county fighting my case, and then I got sentenced to prison. I go to prison, got a year and a half left. I mean, I had 10 and a half years left. So when my first night in prison, I got there, and the yard was locked down because I got there at like 8, 9 o'clock at night, like 9 o'clock at night. So wasn't no movement. The next day I woke up, I didn't know anybody on the yard. I ended up meeting this older dude. He ended up being from the same side of town as me. So we kind of had like gang ties in that type of way. And then, he introduced me to one of my homies down the way, and they're kind of showing me around, and I'm like, hey, where's my CO3? So my CO3 is basically the person when you're in prison, your CO3 handles your caseload. He can help you with certain legal aspects and shit like that, but they're also the person who can help you with your release date. You know what I'm saying? So I went straight to my CO3, my first full day in the yard, and I was like, hey, when do I get out of prison? And he told me, he looked it up. He's like, you don't get out till 2025. It's 2014. I'm like, yeah, when I get out of prison though. So he told me that date, February 17th, 2025. And every day I work towards preparing myself for that release date. So it kind of calmed a lot of the fears that I may have had, because I had 10 and a half years to prepare. Like, it wasn't a surprise I was going to get out. So I just try to use my time wisely.
Well, that's amazing. So I guess you don't feel like institutionalized then?
No, I don't feel institutionalized at all. But I began like reprogramming my mind very intentionally about pretty early on in my sentence, I started like reading books and expanding my mind. But, I was still fully involved in prison for like half of my sentence, like getting in trouble and all that shit. But at one point, I decided to double down and decide I didn't want that shit for my life, and I tried to like deprogram in prison and try to reprogram society type shit.
Well, I think that's really amazing. I've been obsessed with self-development since I was like 13, so I really relate to that, and I think that's pretty cool that you still did that while you were in there.
I appreciate it.
All right, what was the world like before you got locked up? Like 12 years is a long ass time.
So to be honest with you, I feel like the world 12 years ago, aside from like technology, which is like sometimes I'm still like trying to learn how to use shit like that. The world, I assume, is pretty much the same, more or less. The major change that I experienced, like, because the way you view the world is like a reflection of yourself. Right. So I don't think the world changed. I think I changed. And so when I step back into the world, it looks completely different. Like, it feels like a place that's like beaming with opportunity. It's not perfect, but it feels like a place where anybody can make a way. And before when I got locked up, I kind of just felt like the world was just like this destitute, like scarce environment where you had to fight and rob and, do whatever you could to get what you need. So now I don't see it like that. I feel like there's enough for everybody and shit. We can all win.
I love that. I'm obsessed with transformation, so I really love to hear that. That really lights my soul up.
I appreciate it.
So, what did a cell phone look like before you went in there, though? Like you're saying, technology is obviously the main thing that's changed. So.
I mean, the newest iPhone I got before I didn't have it. I mean, not it doesn't matter. The newest iPhone that came out before I got locked up was an iPhone 4S. Yeah, that's like the newest one.
Before you got locked up, there was an iPhone?
Yeah, I think the iPhone came out like 2008, 2009. I was in like 8th grade.
Okay. So
Yeah.
My brother was out in 2014, and he had like a little Nokia phone. Like it wasn't a flip or a touch or nothing. So
yeah, like an Obama phone.
Yes.
Yeah, there was there. Yeah, they had them too, but that wasn't the apex of the technology when I got locked up type shit.
Right. But getting used to using technology has been a huge adjustment for you.
Like trying to like navigate certain things, especially online. Like I was trying to fill out like a job application, and it kept it kept restarting my application because I wasn't doing it right, and I would get frustrated and like I had to learn how to use TikTok obviously, and like learn how to use these different apps, and like I'm an overthinker, so like I'm hella skeptical about like putting my card information online and like all these things, and like I just feel like I'm just like I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? But besides that, like it's been pretty smooth. It's been pretty smooth.
That's
like one time I was on the phone and I didn't know if I was on hold or somebody had hung up on me. So I texted my baby cousin and I'm like, I need you to call me so I can see if I'm on hold or not, because I couldn't find the keypad. I was trying to pull up the keypad to push these numbers to get to a certain menu, and it was gone. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm on hold or like what I'm doing. Like, I need you to call me and help me. So there's definitely been moments like that.
Yeah, I'll be talking to my brother and talking to him about like Wi-Fi and cellular data and stuff, and he's like, I don't know what that is.
Damn. I mean, he'll adjust, but yeah, I know what Wi-Fi and data is. You know what I mean? But because there's phones in there, and like I had a phone before I got out. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you feel like your reform program was good?
Yeah, my personal.
Helped you, be reintroduced to society like easily, smoothly.
Yeah, like my personal one, like not the institution, like the prison institution.
Yeah,
no, but yeah, my personal program that I put together. I mean, it's no exaggeration. I feel like it saved my life for real.
But so you don't feel like the jail program prepared you at all for the real world?
I mean, there's different programs. Like you have the program of the inmates, which you can get some good stuff out of, but it's mostly gonna be negative. Then you have the program of the institution where you can get some good stuff out of, but a lot of it is negative. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in there, they're not in there trying to make you into a man. They're not trying to do that. Like what they do because you misbehave, they strip you of privileges, but really what they do most of the time is they strip you of responsibility. Like period. Like they tell you when to wake up. If you want to go eat, they tell you when you can eat. They tell you when you go outside. They tell you when you can come shower. They tell you when to go to school. So your life is being micromanaged by them to a certain extent, and that's not a solid foundation for like responsibility or self-sufficiency. So I mean, I got good from the world of the inmates, and I got good from the prison institution, but I rejected a lot of the bad. But most of the good came from my own, like cultivated in my own like program, so to speak. Like just trying to piece shit together so I could make sure that I didn't come back. Because you'd be surprised, like I'm talking, we grown men in there, and like, I'm really into like psychology. Like I'm interested by psychology, and so like I just look around and I'm like, what are they programming us to do? They feed us like children. They give us these little trays with little cups and little milks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Terrible.
This looks like some shit you give to a child. They treat you like a child. They rob you of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? People are still in there going to school. Like it feels very much like you're in a time loop when you see a 40-year-old going to GED with a juice box in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's strange, bro. It's strange.
No, I can only imagine. I'm so impressed at like how well that it's like how it looks to me that you've done since you've been out. Like I'm super impressed.
I appreciate it.
Yes. All right, let's see. Next question. What things do you cherish the most now about being free that you might not have cherished as much before?
Like before I got locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, freedom itself. Yeah, freedom itself. Because I didn't value, I mean, I make it very simple in my mind. If you want to stay free, you don't risk your freedom. You know, before I got locked up, it's no exaggeration to say every single day I woke up, I'll risk my freedom. I mean, it's no exaggeration to say every single day I woke up, I risked my life. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things I was doing while I was risking my freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fortunate to be here today. So, yeah, I didn't care. I mean, really, it probably go deeper than freedom. I would probably say that the biggest thing I value than anything than before is myself, because I place no value on myself, which is why I lived the way I did. And I honestly, I didn't care. Some days I didn't even want to be here. You know what I mean? Just being honest, like I was just done. Like just this nonchalant acceptance of like, potentially dying, or I'm just like, man, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that on different levels.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So that's inspiring, and this goes to show that no matter where you're at right now in life, or how bad your habits are, or what kind of trouble you're getting into, there's always hope to turn it around and be a better person. So
That's a fact. Yeah, there's always hope.
do you miss anything about being locked up?
I miss my bros. I miss them. You know what I mean? I guess like some people don't understand, but I was talking about this the other night, and it's kind of sometimes it fucks me up to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But you be in there and you spend more time with these people than you spend with your family. Like you gotta like even like somebody who's really close, like maybe it's a sibling or something, and but you guys both have jobs. You might talk over the phone, but you probably can't see each other for hours every day unless you live together. With these people, especially if you're in a cell and you get close with your cellie, you are spending so much time with this person. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys like each other and like you lock in with each other and y'all like have each other's best interests at heart, genuinely, like it may not manifest to the outside world as having your best interest, but like you understand the intention behind each other's actions. Like they feel like a brother to you. You know what I'm saying? They feel like a brother. Like when you are in prison and it's like you could be in prison, someone could come tell you like, hey, so-and-so's finna come down here. And I told my brother this one time because they was coming to get him. I'm like, hey, they coming down here. They got sticks, so I got your back. I got a stick. If you need one, I'll get some more. And when they come down here, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's been people that have done that for me. And there's also been people that wouldn't give me certain things because they're like, nah, I'm gonna protect you from yourself. And those are like things that I don't forget. People that looked out for my well-being, especially when I began to change my life. There will be people that protected me from the lesser, the lesser half of myself. So I'll still be like trying to go get in trouble. I'm like, man, fuck it. Like, oh, they tripping, and they be like, nah, you good. We finna go over here, bro. Just chill. I need you to go to school. And like, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget that. So I definitely miss my bros.
I can definitely understand that. Have you always had big dreams, or did that start while you were in prison?
No. I've always been a dreamer. Like I've always wanted to be important. I never felt important. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, yeah, I just felt like shit growing up. I felt like insignificant. I felt like I was in a constant state of lack. I felt like no one ever really. I just felt bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I didn't have bright moments in my life because I definitely did. I'm just saying like overall, I just remember feeling like I always had the nagging in my heart to be more than what I am. I just always wanted to be more than what I was. So I just didn't understand how to get there. But originally, like when I was young, I just, I wanted to be a rapper for about like 6 months when I was 12. That fell out the window. And then I wanted to play football for real. I wanted to play football. Really, I wanted money. Because we grew up poor. And I wanted to be the one of my family to like take care of everybody. Like I wanted to be Superman, like come through, take care of everybody. So I knew to do that I had to be more than what I was, but so I just didn't know how to get there. But I've always had that nagging inside of me that's telling me like you could do better, you could be better, type shit.
I can relate to that. It pulls on me every day.
Don't try to silence it, because a lot of people they try to silence it because it could be uncomfortable. But
Very.
that's ambition. That's really what it. At the end of the day, that nagging, that uncomfortability, is ambition. Like, yeah. So I'm
For
glad
sure.
you
If
had
you
it.
asked me a few years ago if I would have asked you for an interview, I would have never thought that I would be able to do that. Like, and I didn't even like second guess it or whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna ask. If he says it, cool. If not,
You gotta come out. You gotta come outside. You gotta shoot your shot for real.
yes, for real.
Yeah, you gotta come outside and shoot your shot. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. It's been a
Yeah,
long
for
time
sure.
coming. A long time coming for real.
Yeah.
Okay, what failures, doubts, and self-sabotage have you had to overcome since being free?
Since being free,
Yeah, since being free.
um, since being free, there hasn't been too many. I don't think since being free, there has been one, which is I understand. You know, I spend a lot of time with myself, and I do this thing. And so I first heard this concept. It was introduced because I listen to a lot of like personal development podcasts. I don't know if you know who Ed Milet is.
No,
Okay, well,
I'm
he's like a
surprised.
personal
I'm
development
surprised,
speaker.
but I don't.
Yeah. So him, Eric Thomas, my all-time favorite, Eric Thomas. But
Yes, I know.
Ed Milet explained this concept called the internal thermostat, and he said the internal thermostat is your understanding of your place in life. You know, for lack of better words. And he was saying like it's pretty much your self-worth. So when you start doing really bad in life, you'll find a way to get back to where you feel like you should be. Much like a thermostat in the house, you put it at 75. If you open the doors, close the doors, if it gets cold, it gets hot, it'll regulate itself back to the correct temperature. So if you start doing really good in life, you can self-sabotage and you'll bring yourself back down to what you think you deserve. And like they're saying that has a lot to do with how you view yourself and what you feel like you deserve. And after I heard that concept, I would pay attention when I would go on these runs. Like I would go on these runs in prison where I would just be like locked in every day, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing really, really good. Oh, she asked me if I've had any like have to overcome any self-doubt or anything since I've been out. And I would go on these runs for like 2-3 months sometimes. And then inevitably I would like crash. And I would get really, really depressed. Sometimes I would like cry to myself. I'd be crashing out. I'd be ready to trip. I want to fight. I hate everybody. I hate myself. I'd be like, I have like unaliving thoughts. And I couldn't understand like why this always happened to me. So I'm just like, oh, okay, fuck it. Like every so often I'll flirt with the idea of unaliving myself and, you know, I'll just get through it and then I'll be good. But when I heard this concept, I kind of understood what it was. So I mean, it helped me understand what was going on, which is, from my understanding, because of the way I grew up, you know, childhood trauma sticks with you a lot. So because of the way I grew up, when I feel like my life is going really, really good, I'll sabotage it. Like if I'm not feeling pain, and it could be emotional, it could be mental, I will find a way to inject pain into my life, even if I can't find the source of it. Like I just won't feel good. You know what I'm saying? And when I noticed this and I was able to like explain this to myself, I'm like, I was able, it's been like something that's helped me battle it, but that still happens to me. It still happens to me. I'm just more aware of it now. So since I've been out, that's something that like, you know, I'll put these strides together. I'm doing everything I said I was going to do. Stuff is going according to plan. And then I catch it. And then I just like, man, fuck this, fuck that. I don't care about this. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying? And I'll try to sabotage myself because there's still something, there's something like deep in there that tries to convince me that I don't deserve what I'm working for. I don't know if that'll ever go away. You know what I'm saying? But I do know how to keep it in check. But I still wrestle with it. But when I know it's happening, I know how to like curve it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I've had to deal with since I've been out.
I can relate to every last word.
You do the same?
Yes, exactly. I've always felt like I was bipolar because of that. But
Right, yeah.
I feel like it's more so just what you're saying, and
Yeah.
I
This
just have
is
to
like,
keep getting over that.
yeah, we gotta you know, we gotta find ways to like feel good about ourselves, and like we gotta find ways to convince ourselves that we deserve what we have and we deserve what we're gonna get because people say like, and this might be kind of controversial. I'm just being honest. People be like, oh, everybody deserves love, or people be like, everybody deserves this. I understand the message behind it, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I had to convince myself I deserved it. Like I wasn't able just to take somebody's words when they told me, "Oh, you deserve to be a millionaire." I haven't been able to just take that and run with it. What I have to do is place the idea in my mind and work towards it. And as I'm working towards something, then I feel like, okay, I'm more deserving of it. So that's like something that helps me remind myself, like when I start feeling down, I'm like, okay, well, you're putting the work in, you're showing up every day, like you're doing this, you're doing that, like you deserve it. Cause a lot of people, they kind of focus on like their ideals, which is good. I do focus on my ideals, but what I do more than anything, because of how low my frequency was when I was like getting locked up, I don't try to rate. I don't try to. I set the ceiling, but then I focus on my floor. I focus on my floor. So like my ceiling is the best that I could be, but I don't focus on that. I focus on my floor because the worst I could be, that's really what's gonna dictate my life. Like the worst I allow myself to be is gonna dictate where I hang out, what I do, who I spend time with, if I drink, if I smoke. Like that's what I'm really focusing on because I want to pass a threshold to where the worst I can be is still excellent. And the more your threshold comes up for the worst you can be, the higher your ideal gets. So instead of chasing this all the time, I'm just like, okay, well, I have to make sure that on my worst day, I'm still operating in a way that I can still get what I want in life. Lena, what's good?
That. Do you feel like prison helped you build your discipline?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like prison. I feel like prison was necessary for me. Like I feel like, but on the same time, I made it necessary. Like I used to tell myself all the time, like I'm gonna make prison the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I used to tell myself all the time, I'm gonna make prison the best thing that ever happened to me. And true to my word, I did the best that I could to make sure prison was the best thing that ever happened to me because it was there that the foundation for my future character and my future successes is gonna be laid. I'm like, because like they gave me 12 years. In my mind, I'm like, shit, 12 years. That's like going to high school 3 times. That's like you can get a bachelor's degree in 4 years. Like
Yeah.
you can get a doctorate in 8 years. You know what I'm saying? The alchemist facts. So I'm thinking like I have all this time. I have 10 and a half years. Once I got sentenced, I had 10 and a half years left. And I just couldn't, I wasn't comfortable with the idea. Like 10 and a half years, if I'm not who I want to be in 10 and a half years, I need to hang this shit up. That's how I felt about it because I have 10 and a half years of preparation. Like I have 10 and a half years to prepare. So how can I not use this time? So prison definitely I don't want to give prison too much credit because the institution as a whole really is not made to rehabilitate people. It's really made to handicap them. And like I don't feel like it's a good system, but I say I used prison. I used prison the same way prison tries to use everybody else. And I just end up coming out good. But I'm definitely, and I say this like not to toot my own horn, but I'm definitely like I don't want to. I'm not the standard. Like people don't come out like this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we need help in there. Like they need
Yes,
help.
I understand. My brother has been really focused like you have been though. So I'm excited to see. I just am so I don't know, I'm just touched by your story. Was there anything that you had to relearn when you got out of prison?
Um,
Like driving maybe?
no, I never knew how to drive.
No? Do you know how now?
No,
You still don't know how to drive?
I mean I can get behind the car and like make it move, but like I'm not getting on no freeway or nothing. Like I barely just went and picked up my permit. Like that's one of the best in my mind because your perception rules the world because perception is reality. One of the best things about me getting locked up so young, I used to tell myself, is I didn't have to restart because I didn't have shit. I didn't have nothing. I never had a car. I never lived by myself. Like I never had a lot of money. Like I didn't have anything. So like what they did is they took me and they placed me like, they have a quote. I love it. It said, "You try to bury me, but you didn't know I was a rose." They took me and they isolated me. And you know what I'm saying? I'm so young. A lot of people come out fucked up, but because I didn't have anything, I was like a blank slate almost because I didn't live real life. So what I did, I just like programmed my mind with these books and these podcasts. And then, so now that I'm out, there's not like anything I had to relearn because I didn't know shit. And a lot of the shit that I did have to learn, I learned it while I was in prison. So
Well,
it's
you
either
seem
I'm
like
learning
you're
something
learning
brand
really
new
fast.
or, huh?
You seem like you're learning really fast. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, you good, you good. Yeah, I'm fast. I'm kind of a quick learner. Yeah.
Yes, I can see that. Is there a risk that you have taken that has changed your life since you've been out?
A risk that I have taken that has changed my life. Um. So I mean, yeah, I guess because what like a lot of my shit that I talk about. Excuse me, I don't know if cussing, but a lot of the stuff that I talk
I
about.
don't care. You're
Okay,
good.
a lot of the stuff that I talk about is gonna like go back to perception because that is like the most important thing we can have in our life is the way we choose. I use the word choose very intentionally, the way we choose to see the world. So to me, because I've been plotting and planning on some success for a long time, I've certain things aren't a risk to me. Like they're not. It's not a risk. Like we're gonna do this. Like there's you know what I'm saying. So, but to a point, like yeah, like I'm out here posting content and I'm consistently talking about my criminal background. I'm consistently talking about what I did because I want to inspire people and touch people's heart and minds. But there is a risk. Like maybe my boss has come across my TikTok multiple times. He's never said anything to me, but he's like, "Yeah, I seen you on live," or "Hey, I seen your videos pop up." Woo, 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 woo. He's never said he hasn't brought up anything past that. But you never know. Like people do lose their jobs over content and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe that's a risk, but it's something that I'm just like, and there is people that maybe Kayla Sean, thank you, I appreciate it. There's people that maybe want to like tear me down. Like, when you try to build a platform and be like a public figure, you're gonna get a lot of people that want to judge you, want to tear you down, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But I made a decision a long time ago that anything that come along with me changing the trajectory of my family legacy, I'm finna eat that. Like I don't even care. You could talk shit about me. You could say I'm a terrible person. You maybe want to fire me from this job, but at the end of the day, whatever needs to be done so I can put myself in a position that I could like help my family, it don't even matter for real.
All right. What are your top 5 book recommendations for self-development that helped you on your journey?
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The
Somebody
Secret.
type. Sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying somebody typed the books he's saying. I want to read them.
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. These books are pretty much about the exact same thing. Think and Grow Rich is about manifestation and your mentality, but solely about money. The Secret is a more holistic approach to it, and so is As a Man Thinketh. It's pretty much the same thing. So, let's just say, then let's take off. I don't want to take off none of them. Goddamn, it's hard. I love books.
Me too.
We'll go with Think and Grow Rich. And The Secret, we'll go with 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson, An Antidote to Chaos. We're going to go with the 48 Laws of Power. Now, a lot of people.
That's literally on my book list to read.
Yeah, so a lot of people feel like the 48 Laws of Power is like a deeply dark, manipulative book. And I mean, it can be, but at the end of the day, like, society is going to be society. And so when you're aware of like the power of perception, you're aware of the power of like social dynamic, and you're aware of like how to flatter, and you're aware of like when to retreat, and like all these things, like it's going to take you a lot farther than just kind of winging it in life. Like some people, and even like when I say wing it, like some people think they're winging it, but they're really not, because we like our intuition guides us, and when to do this and when not to do that. That book is just kind of like open your eyes to certain things and sharpen tools you already have that you probably already use. So I'm gonna put the 48 on there. And for the last one, I'll put the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, which is pretty much the 48 Laws of Power. If the 48 Laws of, like, imagine the 48 Laws of Power is like a Hellcat running on diesel. Like the 7 Habits would be like a fucking electric car. Like it's just going green. It's like strategy and building character and timeless habits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's teaching you how to move and be a good person. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like 48, like on green, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. My chat is over here cracking me up. They've been cracking jokes the whole time. I'm over here smirking at them, trying not to laugh.
What they saying?
They're up here saying I'm blushing and I'm thinking of all this stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to listen. Y'all are funny.
That's
though.
cool. That's cool that you got a support system over there, though.
Yeah, it's just getting started. It's not that many, but it's okay.
It don't matter. Like that. You don't need
Yes.
too much to like see the proof of concept. It's on. It's up. It's going up from there.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
All right, we just got a couple more questions left. Daily habits of yours that most would never do.
That most will never do.
Yeah, that most would never do. Like
Oh.
like a couple things that you do every single day that most would be like, hell no, I'm not doing that shit.
I mean, I consistently like I will break myself down every day, and I say that it's full of self love. Like a lot of people hear that they take it the wrong way, but I have no problem every day reminding myself that I'm not yet good enough. It's just a reality of the situation because if I was good enough to get what I wanted, I'd have it. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to myself. I'm not saying it to break myself down. I'm not being malicious. It's just like, hey, like you can't get too comfortable. Like we still have so much to do. So you have to remind yourself. I remind myself every day that, I'm not yet good enough. Another thing I do every single day, a lot of people aren't going to do is like, and it's something simple, but I allow myself to dream for real. I allow myself to dream every single day. Every single day. There's no one that could ever tell you that I don't bring up my dreams and my goals every single day. Maybe I don't bring it up to the same person every single day. I don't give a fuck if I got to slide it into a customer at work. I talk to my coworkers about it. I share it on my chat consistently. I talk to my family about it every single day. I'm putting what I want to the universe. And a lot of people, for some reason, they're scared to do that. Like a lot of people, for some reason, you're not even willing to admit that you have dreams. It's fucking weird to me but it's not though. Cause I understand because I used to not admit that I had dreams because I felt like once I admitted it, now I'll be held accountable and I have to put in effort. And I didn't want to put in effort because I was scared to fail because I didn't feel like I was capable of anything in life. You know what I'm saying? But you got to put your dreams out there. People are scared to fail, but you know what's fucked up? A lot of people are scared to win, which is where self-sabotage come in. Like, Callie was good. But me personally, the tongue is mighty powerful, and I'll put my dreams out there every chance I get. And third thing, those are probably like the main 2 things that I feel like most people are not willing to do. I feel like most people aren't willing to do that. Yeah, I'll go with those.
I think that was a good answer. You've already shared so many insightful things, but what would you say would be like the number one insightful thing that kind of guides your life?
The idea that you can be exactly who you want to be. Literally, there's no exaggeration in these words. There's no hyperbole. This is not just like some shit I'm saying because I heard it in a rap song. Everybody in this world has the choice to work towards. Like, I'm not even guaranteeing you success. Nobody, not even myself. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like mine's locked in, but you got to feel like that. But I'm not giving out nobody no blank checks, none of that. But I'm saying at the very least, you have the opportunity every day to work towards who you want to be. Every day, like, you can be who the fuck you want to be. You can do what the fuck you want to do. Like, I had a whole, the people in the pod used to laugh at me for real. Used to laugh at me, like, cause I'm a dreamer. And they were like, oh yeah, well, you never had a job. You never had a job. You don't understand the real world. Shit like that. They'll be like, you don't understand how life works. You got locked up when you're just a kid. Like all these things, like literally, like they would, and I loved it. I promise you, I promise you, I loved it because I needed it. Because I have a checklist. I have a checklist that all these successful people say they went through these things. So it's like, oh, your family doesn't fully believe in you. Check. Oh, your homies laugh at you. Check. Oh, you had to overcome obstacles to get to where you're going. Check. So I'm like, oh, okay, I needed this. I needed y'all to check this off for me because I needed y'all to sit here and laugh at me and think I don't know what I'm talking about. I needed y'all to sit here and tell me that I'm scared to get a real job like a real man. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's fine. That's fine because I used to tell them what they don't understand because they used to try to use my time in prison like it was like it handicapped me. I'm like, okay, you feel like my time handicapped me, but at the end of the day, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like you come in here. I can be kind of mean. I'm like, you come in here, right? And you beat the fuck down. You have no dream left in you, bruh. You just want to go home and drink beer and stay free. Some of y'all don't even want a house. You'll say you don't give a fuck if you're homeless. You're broken. So this what happened. Y'all was outside while I was in here. Life beat the fuck out of you. You took L after L after L. However, me, I've been in here. I've been sheltered from the losses of the world that beat you down, and I've done nothing but build up my spirit. So I've read these books, and I've practiced these habits, and I've implemented this and implemented that, and now I got a mentality to where you can't shake it. Like, I just feel like prison was a blessing in that way as well because I'm not too familiar with real world defeats. So, like, a lot of these people became cynical. I'm not cynical. It just don't move me. They can't convince me I can't be who I want to be. So that's the main message I would tell to everybody. Like, don't let your mama tell you who you're going to be. Don't let your girlfriend tell you who you're going to be. Don't let your kids tell you who you're going to be. Your boss. Don't let nobody. Don't even let the lower half of your consciousness tell you who you're going to be. Sometimes you can't even trust yourself. Don't listen to none of that. Listen to your biggest dreams and chase that shit. Because I've been out 6 months. I got like 30,000 followers. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
People are telling me you can't do this.
Me what sign you are. My chat wants to know what sign you are. They're bugging me. They gotta know.
Oh, I'm a Cancer.
They thought you were a Pisces.
No, I'm a Cancer. Yeah, I'm a Cancer.
Thank you for that. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you good. But that's why I would tell them, like, chase your dream. Like, fuck them.
Okay. So you're telling them to chase their dreams. What actionable advice would you give them?
Just start.
If they have big dreams and goals.
Just start. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm somebody who grew up rough, poor, very low self-esteem, went to prison, got in a lot of trouble, made a lot of bad decisions, intentionally fucked off my life. You know what I'm saying? Intentionally fucked off my life. And I turned it around. But I turned it around because I listened to people who were in positions I wanted to be in. So I can't tell somebody the details of like how to be a fucking rocket scientist. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you the fundamental building blocks. I can tell you if you don't know how, then you got to learn. If you don't know where to go learn, look it up on your phone. Like there all these obstacles that used to be in people's way hundreds of years ago or 50, 60, 70 years ago, the same ones don't apply to us. We have instant access to limitless knowledge. You can look up a video on YouTube and there'll be a 14-year-old telling you how to do exactly it is you want to do. Just listen to the steps. Just listen to it. Just implementation is key. People say knowledge is power. It's not. Knowledge is potential power, but a lot of people waste it. Real power is in implementation. So if you want to do something, learn how to do it. If you don't know where to go to learn, Google it. If you don't know what Google is, ask somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Because I promise you, if you put in the effort, you will find what you're looking for better or worse, though. For better or worse. Because I went and I seeked out a whole bunch of hell in my life, and I always found it. I started seeking out other shit, and it's been coming across my way, and I don't think it's on accident. So, actionable advice is to just get started. If you want to build a platform, start your TikTok, upload videos consistently. Right? Simple. If you want to be a fucking artist, start writing music. It's simple. Just start writing music. If you want to be a film director, maybe start learning how to edit. Just whatever the fuck you need to do. Just do it. Instill discipline in your life, consistency, and the doors will open up for you because the universe, God, the creator, whatever you want to call it, they're going to see you serious about it. because they're gonna test your will. And then when they see you serious, other people gonna see you serious. And then next thing you know, you you in it, like you right in the middle of it, for real.
Got your momentum going.
Yeah.
Well, those are all my questions. I'm not sure if you have a couple more minutes to take some from chat or.
Yeah, I got a couple more minutes for sure. I think they got some on this end, and then like we can go back and forth.
Take
like,
some from your side. I only got a few people over here, so let them get some good ones for you.
Nah. Go ahead.
No, go get some questions off your side.
All right, anybody? There were some questions in here, but did anybody? Michelle said, "Thank you, Jazzy. You're the best." And y'all feel free to like give her some follows. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to support her as well. Like she did a great job. Shout out to Jazzy.
Thank you so much. I'm live every day, y'all.
She live every day. So anybody on this side got any questions? There was a couple of questions, but we was talking.
My court said, "Were you a 1%er in prison?"
No, I wasn't. I definitely I did get into the idea of like, wait, a 1%er. I'm thinking of a 5%er. What's a 1%er?
I'm lost in the sauce. I don't know what.
Ask her what does a 1%er in prison mean. I was thinking about 5%.
We gotta be a little more specific.
Shout out to Cancer Gang. Yeah, I don't know what she means by 1%er.
Muslim convert.
Oh no. I was a Muslim for about 3 weeks. I was, but I just couldn't. I'm just like. So the thing with me, I'll be completely honest with y'all. The thing with me, I wrestle with like I'm not religious, man. I'm not religious, but it's just like I don't think I was in a proper environment to really like, because I'm going to the services, but people in there are literally in there like hand-to-hand deals. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be in there shooting dice. Like people are showing up, blitz. People are going around. They're not taking Ramadan serious. They're eating during Ramadan. They still gangbanging. They're indulging in senseless violence. So I'm just looking at all of them, and I'm like, bro, like you don't even take this serious. And then they're telling me like, oh well, your personal relationship is between you and the Creator. But I'm like, well, if I'm just gonna do whatever I want anyway, why would I follow a religion? Because at that point, I felt like I was just doing a disservice to the religion, because I had seen my study. He had converted to Islam. We were studies for like 2.5 years, like 2 years. I was really close with him. He's like my brother, and I seen it change his life. Like he took it very seriously, and he really respected the religion. And he wasn't perfect, but he did his best to abide by all the rules of the religion. So I'm like, what do I look like running around here, disrespecting the religion? Like I'm still flagging. I got flags hanging out of my pocket. I'm on the 4-yard. I'm passing out knives. I'm catching fades. We rat packing people. I'm drinking. I'm selling shit that I shouldn't be selling. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I'm good on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I don't really like to play with shit. I'm like all in. Like we in or we not. You know what I mean? So.
Court says she appreciates you being real. She was saying that I guess sometimes people in there use religion to cover for special treatment.
I mean, yeah, you do have like people do. There's all types of games in there. I don't know if anybody here has ever seen Big Brother, the show. Prison is Big Brother with sporadic violence. So you have people that have these social games that try to pretend to be Christian or like pretend to be this and pretend to be this. Sometimes they do it because they don't want the police bothering them. Sometimes they do it so they have they have protectors. Like if they get into it, people will come and help them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sometimes people do that. But I never had a problem like standing on my own stuff. Like sporadic violence, yeah. I don't have a problem standing on my own, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, we got a question. Somebody asked earlier if I'm proud of myself. I mean, I'm not like not. I mean, yeah, it's mid. It's actually like whatever, It's just like
I can relate
like
to
I'm
that.
doing anything, huh?
I was gonna say I can relate to that. People have been telling me they're proud of me lately, and I'm like, I'm just getting started. I'm not proud yet.
It's because we so locked in and we see what it could become. We may take the current progress for granted because we're so, like by the time we get to this milestone, we're already focused on 2 more milestones ahead. So it's like, okay, cool, lock this down, and then we just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, I don't got time to be pat myself on the back too much. Like we gotta go. Like once we lock this in, okay, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go. Do I think I'm cool? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm him for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm him for real. That's a question I
Nothing
missed
wrong
out.
with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions, chat?
What would you tell your younger self? I don't know. I really try to find the words that I would tell my younger self. Like I don't do it every day. I do it every so often. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, to this day, I don't know. I don't know because the amount of like the lack of understanding mixed with like the amount of pain I had, I just nothing could have stopped me. I was determined. I was determined to fuck my life off. And that's just what it was. Like I just would not hear it from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't care. I don't care like if my mom will cry. I don't care if my sisters miss me. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I didn't care about myself. So how can I care about the next person? I didn't care about myself. You know what I'm saying? So I try to understand. I try to look for the words that I would tell my younger self because those are the words that I would tell young men to this day to help them. And like when I'm in prison, I used to try to like guide the younger people because I've always felt like if someone young pulled up to the pod, I felt like it was my responsibility to help them for some reason. I don't know why. I just felt like I need to look out for you because you young and you probably dumb. So I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you these books. And like it pretty much never worked. It pretty much never worked. So I majored in communications when I went to college. And I remember I took this course called crisis communication, and it was saying that the biggest part about communication is perspective. And so if you don't have the proper perspective about a crisis, it's not going to be a crisis to you. And if it's not a crisis to you, that means you're not going to respond to it like it's a crisis. So when you have somebody who is I forget the term, but like in these corporations, they have people that are on the lookout for potential crises. And it's their job to go and tell the stakeholders like, hey, this is going on. This could be a real problem. We need to prepare. But if they don't communicate that in a way to where the stakeholders register their warning as a potential crisis, they're not going to move the needle because they don't feel like it's a problem. And that they don't blame the stakeholders for that. They blame the person sending the message. So when I would be in prison and try to explain to these young men, like, bro, do not do that. Do not do this. This is what's going to happen. And they did it anyway. I know people say people are only going to change when they want to change, but that type of thinking would I feel like it would make me give up. So I just would blame myself. Like, well, I'm not explaining it good enough to you. Like, I need to understand how I need to communicate. Like, I need to convey this message in a way to where you understand the ramifications of your actions. And you're not doing that, so I'm just gonna blame myself. Go back to the drawing board, and I do that to this day in terms of like trying to understand what I tell my younger self. Because if I could tell the whole world, I would tell them. But I still don't have it. So I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to tell them. So maybe I could spare people some of the pain that I put myself through type shit. Do I see myself becoming an author, motivational speaker? I had a book I had started, a motivational speaker. Um, I could see that in certain regards. Yeah, I could kind of see that. But yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be like. I'm just trying to live my life in such a way that inspires people for real. I just want to live my life in such a way that it makes other people aware of their own that they can empower themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like seen as. I'm not perfect. Obviously, I'm not perfect. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just being me. I think that's all the questions they got lined up.
All right, well, that's all our questions over here, too. Thank you so much for your time. It was so good to pick your brain. I really appreciate your time today. Are you okay if I upload the replay onto YouTube? I actually started a channel a year ago. I did 2 interviews, and then I fell off in that little cycle you were talking about earlier. So I'm just back getting started. So is that okay with you?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Just
All right.
tag me if you could.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. You have YouTube already?
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me that way I can do that. All right?
Send you my YouTube account?
Yeah, so I can tag you in it in the video.
Oh, okay, bet.
All right.
Do I send it? How do I? Do I send it? Like, what do I do? Send you like the link or something on TikTok or?
Yes, like when you go to your YouTube account, like go to your account and there should be like a little box with an arrow for you to be able to share it with me, and then you should be able to share it to TikTok or copy the link.
Okay, bet.
And then paste it in the message thread.
Okay, bet.
You're really smart. I bet you can figure it out. Or Chat GPT can help you out.
My chat got my back. They'll tell me.
Oh, I know they got you. Yeah, you got everybody over there. They got you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you again so much for your time. You are definitely motivating and inspiring people. So I look forward to following your journey.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing yours.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Yes, ma'am. You too. I don't be in lives a lot, but when I am, you are motivational. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, my chat saying thank you, Jazzy.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all give me a follow.
Shout out to Jazzy, man. You know what's crazy? Real quick, I used to practice this when I was in prison.
Yeah, I remember seeing one of your videos on that, and I'm like, that's so crazy. Like, you were talking about, like, being scared to talk about your goals earlier. Like, I actually forgot about my really big goal, which is it's like an Oprah goal is what I call it. Because I'm obsessed with people's stories. Like, I've always been the person that asks 1,000,001 questions. So, this is like the beginning of my Oprah goal, so.
Shout out to you for hock it down. You got it. You did a really, really good job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know how to like take you off and then tell my chat bye.
I'll take myself off. You good?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yes,
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will have more interviews. I have a couple more lined up. They're not quite confirmed yet. If you guys have a transformational story that you would like to share, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. If you've lost 100 pounds in the last couple of years, that's a huge transformation. I want to hear about your story. I want to hear about how you did it. If you made any big changes in your life, you guys message me. I would love to hear your story. I would love for you to be an inspiration to other people. And y'all, I'm about to go get my baby and go to the rodeo. I'll be live tonight around 11 p.m. Central Time to rack up 5 miles. If you guys want to tune into that. Again, thank y'all for being here. And see you guys later. Goodbye. Good vibes.